Hello everyone. I'm back. Oh goodness. So, got a little more info, got a better view of what's going on here. Want to share the intel that I'm getting. I have seen something similar to this prior to today. This was, though, probably going back. It was before I was even talking about the Schumann. My guides were still teaching me it. And there was this massive DNA upgrade happening where we were receiving, DNA upgrades. And they weren't yet being activated, but we were receiving them. And that triggered a lot of people to awaken. So first of all, welcome everybody. Let's see who's in here. Let me peek who's in here. Let's see. Donna, hello. Hi, Jeff. Jacqueline, hello. Maury. Leanna, hello. Tammy, rock and roll, girl. You're going to be on the road tomorrow. Wow. Okay, welcome you guys. So let's jump into this. So what this is that we're seeing, and you can see there's like little splits in here. Those are going to be timeline jumps. Right now, we are accelerating. The first word that came in when I settled in, by the way, I don't feel any different than I did this morning, but I told you I couldn't. Today I felt energetically absolutely amazing. I still do. So this did not, take away from or add to that. I didn't think it could possibly get any better. But that doesn't mean that this doesn't affect others, because you can see that there's light coming in here. These are showing as massive transformation. Now, remember, we're multi-dimensional, guys. So when I say massive transformation, first thing that this thing goes, oh no, it's to my body. No, so it's to all levels, right? It's to all levels, which means the human body gets it last. So this can definitely trigger the emotional body. This will trigger more awakenings, because our chakras, remember, our chakras are energy portals within our human body. And so we've received, for lack of a better description, DNA codes that are becoming active at a time when we need it. And it matters not where you are in your journey, by the way. These things, when this happens like this, there can be someone who spontaneously awakens. Like all of a sudden they wake up and they're like, wait, why am I here? Hold on. I got to dig into this. Like they become obsessed with finding out. And so what I've been seeing and hearing still a lot with the physical body, really make an attempt to let go of the history. And I know that's hard, especially if you've got something chronic going on, but to come into harmony with your body is one of the messages that came in. And that is regardless of what's going on, right? And we all have these tools now. Second thing, I thought to myself, what do I do that absolutely works for me without fail? And I will tell you, and I've done this since I began awakening, and then I've been tweaking it. And this practice I'm about to share with everybody here is something that I give it to my private clients too. Not everybody does it, or they do it a little bit and then they stop. And there's a reason behind it, because it helps you align, get into your heart space and align with your highest timeline. The higher your alignment, the easier the integration, right? So if your consciousness is going like this and pulling these dense things up, your emotional body's getting triggered, you're still focusing outward on other people and what they're doing to you, you are focusing on the third dimension reality. We really need to choose. It's your choice. We have free will. All the guides and angels in the world will not override your free will. If they could, they would stop us from every poor decision we've ever made. They would just jump in and go, nope, you're not doing that. You're doing this. We have free will. And we also have the power to observe our thoughts. Am I being present? Am I in my heart space? And so for me, the moment I open my eyes in the morning, I do 3 deep breaths. 3 deep breaths. I know who I am. And when I want to lock it in, put your hand on your heart. If something gets in your face or someone gets in your face during the day, 3 deep breaths. I know who I am. What am I doing? Alignment, alignment, alignment. Everything is energetic alignment, and things are not happening to you. They're happening for you, even when it seems like it's falling apart. Remember, we are not bringing our third dimension situation, whatever it is, to the fifth dimension. It's a whole new alignment. So all the history that's here cannot exist here. It is a brand new reality that you're creating. All the power is here right now. The energy is here supporting it. This is giving you another judge up. Notice that these are, I'm going to show you the chakra chart next, but notice the heavy focus in the higher, you can see in the upper chakras. Why? Because these are where the vortexes that connect to our non-physical realm exist. Okay, so this is all happening on, this is all about consciousness that the human can't perceive or understand. We understand a little because we've been going through this, right? But it's really that we live through it and then we learn as we go. And so, you know, own your morning. Own your morning. It doesn't matter what is going on in your life experience right now. Own your morning. The second you wake up, do those 3 deep breaths. I know who I am. I know who I am. If you're an empath and you're sensitive to energies of others, please release all energies that are not my own. Say it every time you go out the door. Please, please release all energies that are not my own. And if you feel crummy and you're in a room, notice that, just own it and say, wait, that's not even mine. The moment you do that, you become the observer. You're back in your power. You can always use the 3 deep breaths. I know who I am. And I can't stress enough. Get into that heart space. And whatever it takes. If believe me, I used to stink at it. I was like, what are they talking about? Everybody in the whole room feels their heart but me. Now, you know what I do? I look at pictures of puppies, mini Highland ponies, whatever it is, dolphin videos. That puts you in your heart space. If it makes you smile, that puts you in your heart space. That counts. And so if you're trying to, get out of the head and into the heart, what is the one thing that makes you smile? And be careful if you choose a human, because if the human then has some business with you, now your tire's deflated. So make it something neutral and not a human that you're expecting to cheer you up. We got to get out of that pattern too. It's your job to make you happy. Nobody else's. It's your job to give love to yourself. Nobody else. Why? Because when you give happiness and love to yourself, it reflects back to you. What's happening out there is a reflection of what's going on in here. So our job now is what's going on in here. And if you don't know, that's okay. You can still stay neutral. How? I know who I am. I know who I am. Stay neutral and just be, this is going to absolutely probably trigger some more chaos, because anything that is a dense energy must come to the light. That includes unhealed emotions. That includes situations in your life that are not in your best and highest good, and that you may unconsciously still be holding on to. Are you still trying to be accepted? Stop caring other people's opinion. You are none of your energetic business. And I'm telling you, you're dragging anchor. You're dragging anchor. And when this happens, it's going to feel like, I took the poo-poo emoji down. I didn't have time to fix it, but right. If it feels like poo, it ain't true. And this is, what am I feeling right now? Okay. You know what? I feel okay right now. So how can you expand the moment? What's a loving thing that you can do for yourself? The amount of love, abundance, joy, and wellness you receive is directly correlated to the amount of self-love you can give to yourself. And I already know that there's going to be a massive, whatever comes in for tomorrow, I already know it's going to be about self-love, because the word, it keeps coming in, it keeps coming in. They even gave it to me in Spanish, which I thought was really cool, because I wasn't sure exactly how to say it. Now I do. So, when these simple messages come in, like massive transformation is what I got with this, massive. So that always means many awakening. It also means those of you who are on this journey, you can feel shifts. Gifts are coming online. Don't doubt your gifts. Don't go, oh, I just had 5 synchronicities in a row. Is that just coincidence? Throw the word coincidence, throw it away. That was a way that we kept ourselves in separation, kept ourselves out of our power. Oh, all of these great things in a row can't possibly be happening to me. Why wouldn't you own that, right? So synchronicities, impulses to do something that feels good, do it. Because remember, in the now moment, in the now moment, if I feel, oh goodness, I'm feeling like, why am I being guided to go there right now? Well, you know what? If something keeps coming up in your head, and I had this happen recently with a song, it kept coming, and I now know, I don't question it. And when I went and looked at it, there was a beautiful message in there. And so had I waited, right, the message, can be lost because I was in alignment and ready to receive it. Now, if you don't go with your impulse at the time, or if you don't go with your intuition at the time, because you're too busy in the noodle going, well, why would my guides be telling me that? Or, oh, my guides didn't want me to have that. That's not how it works. Your guides only give loving, loving, loving information. It's your who man that twists it around. Okay? So, and then if there's nothing for you to hear, you can always do those 3 deep breaths. I know who I am. I know who I am. If you're an empath, it helps to call yourself fully into the body. Do that 3 times. Say the date. And then go back to that breath. If here's the reverse, you wake up, you roll over and you start looking at the text messages that are blowing up your phone and, oh, not that person again. Oh, now what reality are you focused on, right? And now this is going on, amplifying it. Do you want to amplify your 3rd dimension experience or focus forward? So by starting in that space, and then pay attention to how you feel. What do I want to do? Not the have to, not the should do's. Now, I understand you may be expected to report to a job at a certain time, but that does not stop you. Right now in this moment, I got 5 minutes to do what I want to do. What would make me really happy right now? I want to have a beautiful hot cup of coffee. I want to go watch the sunrise. I want to, anything that would feel good. For 5 minutes, I'm going to just go outside and breathe in fresh air. That puts you in alignment. And notice if you have a habit that you do or a mask that you put on before you go to that job. Sit in the parking lot, do those breaths. I know who I am. Show up with your light on. Just show up with your light on. You can't mess it up. You can't mess it up. And then if something's really getting at you and spinning and spinning and spinning, what do? All right, I'm not doing this dance anymore. I recognize this. Fear means fewer options. So I'm just going to acknowledge that right now I'm not at peace with what's going on. At least that's neutral. You're not in resistance. So really, really start to pay attention to how am I feeling and who are you giving your power away to? Other people are not doing things to you. They're reflecting back to you something that's going on inside. Is there an unhealed emotion in there? It's because it's going to keep playing that movie and you're like, I hate this movie. I'm done with this movie. Well, that's resistance. It's like, okay, I'm done doing this dance. So, what is it that I need to let go of? What do I need to allow myself to feel so that I can move forward with more ease and grace? So I wanted to give that to you, but own your morning is really, really, if the only thing you do is the 3 breaths, and I know who I am, that puts you in alignment. And so you have to consciously choose that, right? We already found out what happens when we unconsciously manifest. Everything that happened today was already manifested, everything. So you can let it go. But in every now moment, you have the opportunity to align with your higher timeline and shift it. In every now moment, right? What am I going to create in this now moment? So, so important. And the breath, I can't even tell you how powerful your breath is. Your breath is the breath of source. It quite literally is the breath of source. And that's why when you go to that and you say, I know who I am, it's you saying, I know I am a fractal of source creator. I'm a powerful creator. And in this now moment, I want to allow my best and highest good to come forward. I'm just going to allow, it's an allowing. It's allowing, it's aligning, and then healing that gap, closing the gap so that you can now step into ease. And it is all here already. There's no waiting is the point. There's no waiting. The power is here for you. And so regardless of what is going on, own that morning. And, before screen time right before you go to bed, not so good, because you're getting pinged too many things. And the noodle is making all kinds of noodle soup, when you're scrolling. It is. Noodle soup, noodle soup, noodle soup. Woo, woo. Oh, Patty, I didn't get a good night's sleep. Yeah, because you made some noodle soup right before you went to bed. Instead, take a hot bath, do some breathing, light a candle, give yourself a little downtime and something relaxing that you can do, and do those three deep breaths and ask your guides. Doesn't matter if you think they can't hear you, they hear everything. They know you quite well, and they're all around you all the time. Doesn't matter if you can't hear them, is my point. Please handle as much as you can with ease and grace while I'm sleeping. That's you giving up your free will and telling them, you got my permission, go to town while I'm sleeping. Last night, I was like, I know I want to sleep like a brick, and I did. I didn't even doubt for a second that I wouldn't. And so, allow the body's intelligence to run the body and really pay attention. Are you managing your energy, or are you letting it go amok? And are we going into the rabbit hole? Catch yourself. Are you like, something's not working? And oh gosh, this used to be me. I'd try to be doing something. This isn't working. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm going to overcome this, right? And now I'm on the gerbil wheel. And then I realized, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this. That's why. The reason there's resistance is that this isn't in my best and highest good. So if you're, swimming upstream on anything, say, oh, maybe stop is the best course of action. Let me stop and feel. Stop and feel. And you know how I go? I go messy. Go messy, then course correct. That's how we operate in the fifth dimension. We don't plan every step. That's the gerbil wheel, because you're creating in the quantum field. There's no steps. It's where you're going to fly in and land, quite literally. So you just need to know your destination. The how and the when doesn't matter. I know my destination. I know where I want to land this plane. That's all I got to plug in. And then what's in my heart? What gives me joy? What gives me joy? It could be a teeny little thing for 5 minutes. And if you got more time, my goodness, pile on the fun. And, I've heard a couple of people recently say to me, oh yeah, I put that on my list. Don't put fun on a to-do list. It's gotta be in the now moment. Oh, because know what that is? It's actually a worthiness thing, saying, after I get my chores done, after I do this, I'm allowed to have fun. After this, if and when is third dimension. Give yourself permission to have fun right now. I want everybody to say, give myself full permission to have fun now. Because that sounds absolutely banana boats, I know. But this is how we create. We weren't meant to suffer. And so we have to learn again that it is okay to laugh. It's okay to have fun. Like when I was guided to do this, I was like, they're getting authentic me, because I don't like things serious and structured and regulated. Had enough of that. Done. And I said, show me that I can create from a place of fun. And they showed me, and it's still working. And I know, and it keeps getting better and better and better. So I know this works. I don't give you anything that doesn't work. So believe me, give yourself permission to have fun. Take the serious mask and burn that sucker. There's no need for that. You're just putting on a face for someone that's unconscious too. And we give them compassion and love, but we also have to be a light for them, because this is going to wakey a lot. And they're going to go, what do I do? Well, if you say, oh, I don't know, because I got to put a diaper on right now. Good luck with your awakening, right? No, you're going to be like, okay, this crazy lady on YouTube told me to wake up and say, I know who I am, and take 3 deep breaths. If you give them that teeny piece of advice and you're doing it, you will shift. You will shift. The situation in front of you will shift. And I know some of you have taken this advice this week and seen some things that seemed very serious, start to shift for the better. So because in the quantum field, it can all shift that quickly. It's not like we're used to. It's not, time is not linear. We expand it, it's circular. It's circular. And when you go into the heart, you're expanding time. When you stay in the heart, you expand it even more. And they also call it bending time. But, again, it's all, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? Paying attention to this thing, right? Notice if you're making noodle soup. And then, okay, wait, how can I get to neutral right now? All right, let me show you what's going on with the chakras. The chakras. Let's see. And by the way, tomorrow is focus group. Oh boy, is that going to be a doozy? I can already tell. Okay, look at this. So this is great. Let me move my melon back here. Hold on. Okay, I gotta get a chair with wheels. Okay, so you can see this was today, right? And we saw this earlier, these little spikes. Now, look at what is happening to all of the chakras, right? I was guided. So there's activity going on in our chakras. It's upgrades to our multi-dimensional body, okay? Which means you may or may not feel this in your human. This is a lot of energy though. You can see these spikes. That could make you, could cause anxiety, sleeplessness. It can also cause nighttime. It could be, oh boy, I'm gonna lie down, I'm really tired. There's no wrong way. None of it is bad, but this is a sudden burst here, and we're getting, look at what's going on in the chakras. All of them are getting, so this is upgrades, transformation is the word they're saying. So you know how this works. It trickles down. It trickles down. The human body feels it last, which means, so moving forward is where, you may feel nothing, by the way. I don't like, I don't make anything up. If I don't know, I say I don't know. I don't know how this is going to affect, especially if it's something in the non-physical realm. But what I do know is it absolutely can ignite more gifts coming forward. It absolutely is awakening more people. And so wherever you're at in your journey, this is a massive transformative week for you. I'm told also the next moon cycle, which I don't track it. I got enough. I got enough with this on my plate. But I was told, my guides told me that the next moon cycle is going to be another portal. So those portals, what does it do? Expands again, which means we fly forward again. Which means, right? Some of the mud might come up again. Okay, but when you recognize it and go, I know what this is. Don't judge it. Don't spin out. Just go, I remember. We must have sprung forward because all of a sudden I'm mad at my uncle again, right? All of a sudden I'm mad at the kid that bullied me in school again. I thought I was done with him. He's back. Okay, he's back because he's ready to go to the light, okay? So know that it's all in your best and highest good, all right? So, lots of, this week is heavy transformation, and this right here just shows it. So that's what's going on. So okay, Erin just put, new moon tomorrow. Yeah, I don't follow the but so that is going to be another portal, So yeah, that's what's going on. The big, transformation, massive. This is all kinds of multi-dimensional upgrades. Again, we are way beyond the noodle, our poor noodle. It's only got one recipe, fear, and now that one's becoming a very unpopular recipe. So just notice when you're in fear. Notice when you're saying, things are changing in your body, instead of going, what's wrong? Going, body, I know you know what to do. And I'm curious, this could actually be an upgrade. See, stay in curiosity and stay in neutrality. That doesn't mean that if you know that you need to seek attention, that you do it, but do it with your guides and say, know what? I just want some clarity. I'm going to seek attention with you. If I have to take something for this, I'm going to take it with my guides' supervision. And it's really allowing then your body's intelligence. You're not saying that you're overriding it with logic. Logic does not heal the body. Alignment does. Alignment heals the body, not logic. So but you do it with, that's why you do it with spirit's guidance, because now you're still aligned. You're still aligned, and you say to your body, I know you know how to heal. I know you, I'm going to leave this to you, but right now I'm taking this with spirit's guidance, okay? So very important pieces of the puzzle here, so that you're not in resistance. Anywhere you're resisting. When you resist the teeniest thing, you resist everything. But when you let go of all of it, you're flying forward. You're flying forward, and then you're closing that gap. And that helps, that just helps with the physical integration. Let's see. I don't know what. Trying to see. Yeah. So there's Care, I see your note. Yeah. So remember, things that are long term too in the physical body are also unhealed emotions also. So it can be revisiting, am I still holding a little anger towards someone? Am I still maybe, okay, was there a big forgiveness process that you did that maybe you go, maybe there's still a little residual energy, that, and revisit. And if anybody wants the forgiveness template from me, hit me up. I will email it to you. It's really, remember, the forgiveness is for you. For anybody that needs to forgive someone, the forgiveness is for you, and your feelings are validated. Your pain is valid. Your anger is valid. Your resentment is valid. Whatever comes along with this forgiveness, the only thing you're forgiving them for is their mistaken perception, because when you're not in love and light, you're unconscious. So we forgive the unconscious behavior. Your feelings are valid. So you're not, just surrendering like a bank robbery, right? It's not like that at all. And that gives you your power back. Okay, so grief. Okay, so grief you must feel. By the way, we already have active chakras for this. One I was shown is in the left, below the left collarbone, right near the shoulder socket. And try breathing into that. Give it two fingers right below. I was shown that one. Don't know where the other one is. It's the only one I got. And because there's an understanding of how poorly we as humans are at handling grief, right? Some of us hold the beach ball underwater, and then others drag it out, drag it out, and drag it out, and drag it out, and drag it out, because they feel guilty by letting it go, thinking, and all the while, listen, the person that transitioned is eternal, you're eternal. And they didn't go anywhere, and you are going to have access in these higher realms of consciousness to be able to communicate with them. Rather easily, by the way, rather easily, because it's all perception and access to these higher realms. These are these upgrades that we're having, okay? So, try that. It is an emotion that has to be felt, but you can also, if you're holding on to it because you feel like, it doesn't mean you love them any less if you choose to go back into your heart and start moving forward again. Doesn't mean that, but also allow yourself time and space to process it. This can help. And there are also parts, by the way, inner child parts that are grieving too, because they were holding on to something that they realized they didn't have to hang on to, and they're a little sad, and they do grieve that the amount of time that they were holding it. This is like it's a complex onion we're healing here, guys. And so when you feel that, allow yourself to feel it. Don't hold the beach ball underwater. Yeah, there's a freedom in forgiveness because it's for you, and you don't have to tell the other person. That's not what it's about. It's about you getting out your emotions and then recognizing, and do not forget to forgive yourself. Whatever you're holding against yourself, forgive yourself for your mistaken perception. My guides say the only evil on the planet is unconsciousness, and we were all there. We were all there. And by the way, we were there many, many times. We incarnated unconscious over and over and over and over. And then you daredevils said, I'll go in now and clear it all up. So here we are on the roller coaster, doing the ride. Look at the ride. This is pretty much how it feels, but there is a payoff, and it's already here. We just need to align with it. That's all we need to do. So, we got this. We go, oh, Carrie, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Awesome. You found us. See, you followed the energy. Good job. All right. Okay. There's a whole train going that I missed. I'm not going to trend. There's a whole train of conversation there that I missed. But if let me know how you guys are doing. And I guess but let's close this with a grounding. I'm going to give you my morning process right here. And not just a morning process. If shit goes down during the day, try this. Let's see. Fear of coming up, of stepping into the unknown. Okay, so who's that? Lily. So there is a activation in here under the videos called oh gosh, it's uncertainty. Something about embracing it. Just I think if you type in uncertainty, um, powerful activation. We are all stepping into a blank slate, right? We all said, who wouldn't have taken a clean slate when stuff was going down, right? Well, now we have a clean slate, and it's like, wait, what do we do with it? Because we're not doing an improved version of the past. So that activation is so powerful because it shows you how to give it over to your higher self, give power over to your guides, and just knowing that they know better. They do know what is in your heart and what you want to express. And so that can really, really help you. And then that will, in that process too, remember to get to your intuition, it comes from a calm state. And don't judge it. Sometimes initially it's just one word. So, all right, so let's, somebody wrote, Jaja wrote grounding, exclamation point. All right, so let's do this. Let's ground and I'm gonna wrap this up and go chill out myself. I got a great candle and I'm gonna light that sucker up again. It smells really good. So, let's do this. You can do this in the morning. So just get comfy. We'll ground. I don't like this background for this because I don't like all those, looks like a heart attack on an EKG to me. Okay, let's do this. Let's get some grounding. Let's get some energies from Saint Germain. Why not? He's our purple guy. Let's do this. All right. Oh, thank you, Stephen. Yes, the activation of divine uncertainty. That is the one. I love that. It's one of the most powerful ones my guides have ever given me. And I listen to it probably about once every couple of weeks just to reinforce it. It's a reminder, hey, why am I struggling? I can hand it over and just take those 3 deep breaths. All right. So let's do this quick grounding together, guys. Just take a nice deep breath in first. Focus on your breath. Find your breath. Are you holding it? Breathe. And then close your eyes. Take another breath in. Exhale down to Gaia's heart. Inhale up to your heart space. Exhale down to Gaia's heart. Inhale up to your heart space. Exhale down to Gaia's heart. See, sense, or feel her light there. This is where your stability is. Merge your light with hers and inhale up to your heart space. And you can either say this silently or aloud from your heart space. You can put your hand on your heart to really reinforce it. There's warm energy in your hand. You'll feel it. I know who I am. Take an inhale. Exhale down to Gaia's heart. Come up to your heart again. I know who I am. Exhale down to Gaia's heart. Inhale up to your heart. I know who I am. And just breathe in that space. And then slowly come back into your body. And you guys are really good at this, really good energy. Wow. Really good. Really, really good. Ah, there we go. It all comes down to grounding. What am I feeling? All right. Don't forget about that self-love and self-care right now, guys. By the way, feeling out of sorts, dizziness is very common when we're jumping like this, jumping forward. You can feel like you misplace things. Didn't I just have that conversation? You feel like you're repeating something, or, you know, just that it's hard to concentrate. If it's hard to concentrate, that is all very normal when this stuff is going on, because the human body's just trying to catch up. The humans just go, what is going on? Slow this roller coaster down. It's not slowing down, it's actually speeding up. But speeding up is in our best and highest good. So I love you guys so, so much. Thanks for popping back in here. I saw what was going on in the chart, and I thought, well, I need to go in there and give them some love. And I want everybody to wake up tomorrow. And now you know what to do. You know what to do. It's a great way to start your day. And if anything challenging happens, go to that too. Go to it too. You can, excuse yourself, step outside. You can say it inside. You don't have to say the words out loud, but if you say it out loud, it really just pulls you into your power. We've got this, guys. Listen, you have pushed past the absolute worst of this. You really have. The stuff that's left is just loud, but it's in a weakened state, and it is ready to be healed. So have a beautiful night, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome, welcome to the newest members of the Love Train. I'll keep following the energy. I'll check in again in the morning and see what's going on. And give you guys an update if needed. If not, I will see you guys in focus group tomorrow. I love my focus group Thursdays. It's just a day full of love from start to finish. So yay us.